more and more fun.
What do you think of Josh's performance prior to you?
Oh, that was killer. That was so cool. Like some WWE wrestling out there, but he's the real deal, so that was awesome.
I saw you took a picture with him at the hotel, and it's interesting to see you. You're so young. You're about to start your career. He's kind of, at the tail end, still very much relevant though. Did you ask him for any advice? Did he tell you any stories? Did he say anything to you?
It was actually right before we came down here for the open workouts, and he's actually a friend with a friend of mine, my chiropractor actually, so that was pretty cool, and he's a super nice guy, so we're just kind of talking and hanging out before we came here.
Was it difficult from going a year ago to you just had a Facebook page and lived your life to 1 year later now some guy named Chuck who you've never met? Is it difficult dealing with the good publicity, the bad publicity, all the people in general?
I don't think it's difficult. I actually think it's kind of funny too. So a lot of times anything that someone tries to say negative is actually kind of funny, and I really don't listen to any of the negative stuff. So anything that's positive, that's kind of the stuff I'm listening to, and that's kind of like what brings you up. So there's always a positive side, there's always a negative side, but you can choose which one to listen to.
Is it harder to stay focused now compared to then when you have more obligations?
It might be a little bit harder to focus. Not really much an aspect of focusing. I'm always focused, but hard to fit it all in. So sure, you have more people that are trying to talk to you, more fans and stuff that you can try to communicate with on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, stuff like that. And it's hard to reach out and talk to all of your friends, people like that. So that's a little bit more difficult.
Are you the kind of guy who reads the comments on Twitter and Instagram and things like that? Do you respond to a lot of people?
I definitely try to respond to people, and as much people as I possibly can. Now the negative stuff, I never try to read that. A lot of it, if I happen to see one or so, I'm kind of like, that's kind of funny. But other than that, I always try to reach out there and talk to as many people as I can and get to communicate with them.
Has there been any comment that got to you, you're like, whoa, that was actually really mean? Like, what's this person talking about?
No, not really. I try not to think of that, so I can't really name any, but I'm sure there's some out there.
Yeah.
Have you received any strange requests from any fans? Anyone throw anything your way?
No, not too much. Someone asked me for my underwear. No, not too much. It's actually a lot of fun, and everybody seems to be, like everybody that I seem to see and that are commenting, they all seem to be pretty nice, real friendly.
How much do you weigh right now?
So actually, I was gonna fight lightweight 155. Yeah. Just a few days ago, I had pretty much dieted down all my weight and was ready to make weight. So now I'm fighting welterweight, to come to find out just a few days ago. So now I'm eating my way back up, getting my weight back, and I haven't weighed recently. I haven't weighed in the past day or so, so I'm not sure how much I weigh exactly, but I know I've definitely got to be a lot stronger, a lot bigger.
Is it possible you might weigh under 170?
Oh, that would have been a possibility, I guess, if the weigh-ins were yesterday.
Right.
But now I'm probably going to weigh way above there. I should be strong. And then any future fights at welterweight, let's say, if I have another fight at welterweight after this, I know I'll get to put on more muscle than I ever had before. I'll get to be stronger, faster, quicker, and be the best fighter that I've been so far.
Was there any hesitation to taking the welterweight fight on late notice like that?
No, sir, no hesitation. I know I had pretty much cut down all the weight and cut back the amount of food that I was eating to make weight at 155. But it's a last-minute thing. You have about a week to once I found out my opponent broke his foot. So you only have a certain number of people that are even able to fight, get their medicals done within a week, and get to be able to come over here to New Jersey to fight, if that makes sense. So fighting at welterweight, that's good for me. I feel great. I feel strong.
Is it difficult? Is your body difficult to adjust? Like you feel really fast once, and then a week later you feel really strong. Or do you find a happy medium, or does it just transition for you?
I think I'm going to feel faster and stronger. So a lot of people think that they're going to gain some weight and they'll be like kind of sluggish. But for me, I guess it's kind of optimum. So like me gaining the extra weight will make me faster, make me stronger, make me feel better, make my muscles more endurance, if that makes sense. So overall, I should feel better.
And how do you put on the weight? Do you just go to Cheesecake Factory, or do you start eating bread, or what do you do?
I really like pizza. No, I'm just kidding. But I do like pizza. But no, I always eat pretty healthy food. So real lean, like hamburger, chicken, whatever it might be, and put it on that way with the fluids too.
You've been on Fight Pass and you're happy to be on there. Now, what do you think about being on this other platform, Fox?
Both Fight Pass and Fox are awesome. So Fight Pass, you can plug in your computer to the TV, you can pull it up anywhere pretty much you want on your computer, and you can watch it from right there. So that's super cool. I have all my friends and family that tune in and watch it. But then Fox is awesome too because so many people around the world can tune in on Fox. So they're both awesome, both incredible, and it's just an honor to even be here fighting for the UFC so soon.
How much did you know about Barberina before you were offered him, and how much have you looked into him now?
So really, I didn't know anything about my opponent, Barberina, before I was offered him, and then that's who I got matched up with. I still really don't know much about my opponent. I know that he was going to fight a fight coming up 2 to 3 weeks after this one, January 30th. That's what I've heard, but he decided that he's going to fight on this one instead. So he's my opponent now, and that's pretty much all I know.
It feels like the last 2 opponents that you've had, they've all said, oh, I'm going to be the one to stop the Sage Northcutt hype train, and he has a hashtag out there to that extent as well. Does that stuff make you laugh? I'm guessing it does, yeah?
I didn't even know that.
Oh, okay.
That's
Don't
funny.
Look at it.
I'm not going to look at it. That's funny, though. We're in a sport for MMA, so the UFC is a sport of mixed martial arts. You're going out there to try to stop someone, finish somebody, and put on a great show. So that's completely understandable that someone's trying to do that. I mean, that's what I'm trying to do also, stop whoever I go against and finish them off.
You had said before you kind of want to get as many fights in as you can and kind of get a sense of where you are maybe in your career and then decide on school. Is that still kind of your plan right now?
It definitely is. So I'm still taking the minimum number of classes right now, just as I was last semester. The semester actually just started back up because we had Christmas break. So just a few days ago before I came down here, school started back up, and now I'm back in school. So I'm still enrolled as an engineer at Texas A&M, but I'm still focusing on the fighting right now.
Would it just be like a matter of how quickly your career kind of takes off to decide, if you're gonna just do it full time, or is there like something that'll decide that for you?
Really, I'm trying to do both at the same time. Just right now, the engineering is so hard to get into, if that makes sense. Yeah. Especially for Texas A&M, it's the #1 school in the nation, I believe, for petroleum engineering. So, just being a limited number of people, if they only accept 50 people per 40 or 50 per semester that get into the subject, then if you get into the subject, that's a subject you kind of want to stick to for now, and then decide what you want to do. So I'm able to do it right now, train and study at the same time, but in the future it is a possibility. I might be training full-time, take a break from school.
I asked you this last time and you couldn't answer it. I'll try one more time. When's the last time you were mad, or what got you mad?
Last time I was mad. I still don't remember that. It's a good question, though.
Think about it for next fight.
Will Faraz be in your corner again?
Yes, sir. Faraz will be. Mr. Zahabi will be in my corner again.
But you didn't train in Montreal, right?
No, sir. I will be going back there, it looks like, after this fight. Train there for a little bit, also while I'm doing school, back and forth. But, yes, sir, he's going to be inside my corner.
And you were just with Dana and Matt Serra and Nick the Tooth, right? They were filming around you. What did you guys do together, and what was it like now being sort of an alum of the show, being back with them?
Oh, that was crazy. They're the 3 bravest guys I pretty much ever met in my life. So I don't want to tell you what happened, but they went bull riding.
Oh.
That's all I can say. They went bull riding. I'm not going to tell you what happened, but it was insane. So if you can tune in and watch the show, you're going to freak out.
And now there's a new Sage Northcutt. His name is Randy Brown. He's following in your footsteps. What advice would you give to him as he makes his debut after being chosen on the show?
That's awesome. He's doing a great job. And I would say take one fight at a time. And you obviously don't want to jump right away. Obviously, you have to have the privilege to be able to work your way up. And I think working your way up one fight at a time, learning as a fighter, and getting the experience with the UFC, that's very important.
Where do you think, with your family and everything, where do you think the future of traditional martial arts is? Because it seems like you come from a traditional background and then expand in, and then you get these guys who just day one training at UFC gym, and they kind of don't get really good at one thing, but okay a lot. Where do you see the future going? They go die off, or people stay one?
The sport is always changing. So the sport of MMA, it's always increasing. The level of everything's getting better. But you have to be well-rounded. So if you can have each style of martial arts, that's best. That's optimum. If you just have one style, if someone shuts down that one style, then what do you go to from there? If you're just a wrestler and your wrestling gets shut down, then what happens when you have elbows, knees, kicks, every single thing you can think of? So each individual style of the martial arts is very important. If it's karate, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, whatever it might be.
And are you looking at all these other gyms and thinking, oh, I can learn that if I go to Greg Jackson's garage or Randy Couture? Do you look at that and think, maybe I should pick up a little there, or you're happy with where you're going now?
You always want to pick up from what you watch and what you see. So That's how people learn. They have to not only try the moves, but you also learn by watching moves too. So obviously, if you see something, you can pick up from that. But I'm happy with the people that I train with right now, and they're all great.